So hi, I'm Karolina. I'm one of the osteopaths here at the Well Health Centre, and today I'm lucky enough to be joined by our almost osteo here, Julian. You also may know him because he's already been working reception for a while. Today our intention is to come up with a really quick and powerful session to combat desk posture. So at the moment, particularly with people working from home and often working in not so perfect conditions, it's really common to feel strain of your neck, mid back and lower back. So we're just going to do a couple quick little things that you can do to help yourself out at home, particularly whilst we're in stage 4 restrictions. So we're just going to start off on our backs. So we're just lying on our backs, getting comfortable. If this position is already a little bit taxing on your neck, you can pop a little towel or a little pillow just under your head, but probably better if you just let your body relax. And then what we'll start off with, we're just going to start to break out our pelvic clock. So I want you to imagine you've got a little clock face on your tummy. So we've got one point is our 12 o'clock, our belly button, and our pubic bone is going to symbolise our 6 o'clock. And firstly, we're just going to start to mobilise the spine by starting to rock from 12 o'clock into 6 o'clock. So essentially, we're just creating an imprint into the mat, and then we're sort of creating a little arch in the back. And if you've been working at your desk all day, even this is going to feel like a lovely stretch. Give it another few rounds. Lovely. From here, we're going to up the ante. We're going to add some bridging. So we're going to imprint into the mat, and we're going to start to lift the pelvis up one segment at a time, lifting, 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 until we're sitting right up at our shoulder blades. We're creating a nice long line from our kneecaps all the way to our shoulders. And then we're going to start to roll the spine down. So we're going to take the rib cage down first, slowly sinking the lower back until the tailbone lands last. All right, we'll do a few more like that, Julian. So we're going to curl up, reaching, reaching, reaching. Really send those kneecaps as far away from you as you can. And then slowly we're going to melt the spine back down onto the mat. Perfect. Next one, we're just going to add some arm arc. So we're going to lift up, keep peeling that spine up off the mat. Once you're there, you're squeezing your glutes, you're feeling strong. I want you to send both hands up over your head. That's it. We're going to keep the hands there, and then we're going to start to send the spine down, one segment at a time. And then the hands can float down behind you. We'll do a few more like that. Curling up. Hands are going to reach up and overhead and curling it down. This is just lovely. It starts to elongate the spine. It's mobilizing. It's also giving the shoulders a little bit of a stretch. Curling up, last one, and reaching the hands up and over. And letting the spine release, getting longer and longer as you peel it down onto the floor, and the hands are going to go down. Lovely. Jules, what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bit of a lumbar stretch. So we'll stay here. We're just going to bring your knees out towards the left side. That's it, keeping the knees together. You can take a couple breaths here, just let it relax. And then we're going to start to change it over. I'm going to bring it over to the right side. Now here, I'm more than happy for you guys to just play and see what your body feels like it needs. So we're going to take it nice and slow to begin with. And then we'll do a bit of freestyler, or we might move our legs around a little bit, change the angles, just try and get whatever stretch your body needs. And to the right. Good. On the next second, I might get you to bring your hands out wide, so create a big T with your arms. And when we start to bring our legs out to the left, I want you to start to look out to the right, creating an even bigger twist through the spine. And bringing the knees together, coming back. And this time we're looking towards the left arm, the knees go down onto the other side. We'll just do a couple more reps there. And to the other side. Fabulous. All right. What we might do now is I'll get you to grab a little towel or a pillow if you've got one. We're just going to lie onto our sides. You're going to pop your head on the little towel or the pillow. We're going to bend the knees, create a 90-degree angle with your knees. The hands are going to go out in front of you. We're going to keep our eyes looking right at our hands, and we're going to start to send that top hand up and over and away from us until it's as far back as we can comfortably. Some people might be able to hit the floor, some people won't, but that's okay. And then using your ribs to initiate the movement, we're going to start to curl the rib cage over. The hand's going to follow up and over until we're back at our start position. Reaching up. Sorry, Jules. And we'll do one more like this. Beautiful. All right, we'll take the towel or the pillow away from us for now. We're just going to get onto all fours. We're just going to do a little bit of Superman action here. So we're nice and strong with our spine. We're going to spread out our fingers as wide as we can, feeling like we're sort of centered with the earth. And I want you to create a bit of a tabletop position with the spine. Lovely. Now, imagine we've got a nice tray of drinks living on our back. We're going to try and protect those drinks from spilling over. So a little bit of core contraction here. And we're going to maintain that position as we lift one leg slightly up and reaching out towards the back wall. And coming down. Now we're going to alternate legs. So we're going to go left leg now, Julian. Good. And back. Good. Let's go the right leg now. So the key here is to work on length rather than height with the leg. So you really want to stretch that leg out as far towards the back wall as possible. And back. Just do one more set of the legs there. Don't forget those drinks on your back. And one more. Beautiful. All right, we're going to hold that there. Now we're going to do the same sort of position with the arms. So we're still keeping that core strong as we reach our right arm up and away from us. Down. And the left arm's going to reach up. Down. Right arm. And left arm. Beautiful. Now what we'll do is we'll start to use alternating arm and leg. So this time we're going to send our right leg up and our left arm up. So reaching up and away and going back. And left leg, right arm and back. Good. Takes a fair bit of concentration this one. Oh. Beautiful. Now what we'll do is we're going to do our book openings, but just so that we're still watching the camera, we're just going to change position. So Jules, we're just going to face this way now. But for you guys at home, you can just face the back wall. Hands are going to reach out in front of you. Head's nice and comfortable on a pillow. And we're going to start to looking towards that top hand. We're going to reach it up and over. Behind us, as far as we can go comfortably. Now using the rib cage to bring the arm back, we're going to start to reach it back. Good. We'll try to create a beautiful rainbow with our top hand. It's a particularly cold and miserable day in Melbourne today, so thought of a nice rainbow. It's actually really nice. And one last one. Awesome. We're going to do some work on our backs now. I'm going to change positions again. Jules, you can face in and I'll face out maybe. We're just going to do some swan. So we're just going to lie onto our tummies. That's it. Perfect. And now our hands are just going to be by our chest here. And we're just going to start to warm up our upper back. So I want you to imagine you've got a little marble just living under your nose. I want you to start your movement by pushing the marble away, starting to reach the chest out as we start to peel the spine up just a little bit and then all the way down. Good. So we're peeling up and peeling it down. Beautiful. One last one. So little marble pushes away. We're creating a lovely long line. And the eyes really shouldn't go past the top of the mat, really. Good. Now we're going to up the ante a little bit. We're going to make it a little bit bigger into a swan. So we're going to start the same. We're going to push the marble away. We're going to reach the chest up, stretch the arms up. That's it. And then rolling it down. Good. Peeling up, send the chest up. We want a little bit of contraction of the abs just to protect the lower back. And then one last one. You can almost use your elbows as a bit of a counterweight backwards. Beautiful. We're going to stay there. You're going to pop your hands just by our sides, just by your hips. Keep our head where it is. We're going to start to do some darts here. So we're going to lift the head, neck and shoulders up with that same intention, that lift of the chest, reaching the arms up just slightly, and then we're just going to pump the arms for 10 pumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll have a little rest. You can let your head rest out to the left or the right, whatever you like. And then we're just going to do one more set like that. So we're going to curl the head, neck and shoulders up and then pump the arms for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just rest your head to the other side. Beautiful. We've got one more nice upper back opener. It's called Scarecrow. Nothing to be scared of though. So what we'll do is we're going to create a scarecrow position with our hands. So our head's going to stay where it is, but our arms are just going to find this scarecrow position, really. All right, so what we'll do, we're going to imagine that and I might even point at Julian here. We're going to imagine that we've got a ruler taped to Julian's wrist and to his elbow. So there's no movement of the wrist here, it's one big unit. What you're going to do for me here, Jules, is you're going to lift your wrist up without affecting that elbow. So the elbows are going to stay fixed. Yeah, that's it. And then down. Beautiful. Have you done this one before? No. So try and keep that wrist really fixed. Good. All right, now we're going to up the ante a little bit. So, and this one just keeps evolving. So we're going to start with just our wrist up. Then we're going to send our elbows up, but still keeping the wrist taller. And then the elbows are going to come down, and then the wrists are going to come down. We'll do that again. So wrist goes up, elbows up, elbows down, wrists go down. Wrists up, elbows up, elbows down, wrists down. All right, let's go to level 3 now. So wrists are going to fly up, elbows are going to come up just slightly, and then we're going to lift our head, neck and shoulders up. And then we're going to send our head, neck and shoulders down, elbows go down first, and then wrists go down. Wrists go up, elbows up, lift the head, neck and shoulders, head, neck and shoulders relax, elbows down, wrists down. All right, level 4, we ready? We're going to wrist up, elbows going to lift up, our head, neck and shoulders are going to lift. We're going to reach arms out, create a big Y shape with your body, bending the elbows coming back, head goes down, elbows down, wrists down. 2 more like that. Wrists up, elbows up, reaching up and tall, reaching the hands out wide, coming back, rolling the head and shoulders down, elbows down, wrists down. One last one. Wrists, elbows, reaching tall with the head, neck and shoulders. Reach the hands out wide, bend the elbows again, return your head down, elbows down, wrists down. Lovely. All right, we're just going to get onto our all fours position. We're just going to give ourselves a quick child's pose. So we're just going to sit on our heels, reach your hands out. Beautiful. Try and send your pelvis as close to your heels as you can. And you really want to make this quite active where you're reaching the hands out to the top of your mat. Whilst we're here, we might do a thread the needle. So you're just going to come up slightly. You're going to send one hand under the other arm and you're going to thread the needle through. Rest your head there a little bit. Good. And then we'll change. Go the other way, threading the needle through the arm, resting your head onto the mat. And then coming back. Beautiful. Now we've got our mermaid. So we're just going to take a seat. We're going to find a Z position. So one leg or one shin is going to be in front and the other foot's just tucked behind. That's it. Perfect. Might just... Oh no, I'm right. All right, so we're going to create some T-arms. So we're going to float the hands up and we're going to start to T-pot our body over to one side. And then we're going to come the other way. So with this one, it's nice to think of yourself living in between a toaster. So you don't want to let your body go too far forwards or too far backwards, otherwise you might get burned. And we're just trying to find that beautiful side bend action, which is a little bit hard for the spine to achieve on its own. And certainly not as common in everyday life. Good. Now we're going to make it a bit fancy. We're going to thread the needle. So we're going to send one arm under, twisting to looking behind us. We're going to send that hand back, coming back the same way. We'll do one more like that. So we're going to send that right arm under the left, twisting, and back. Another variation that I quite like is we're going to send both hands just in front of that front leg. And I just want you to flex your spine. So you want to start to send the back of your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling, creating a big flexion. And then we're going to start to extend the spine where we reach the head up towards the ceiling. We'll do a few more like that. We flex the spine. And then we extend, reach up. And then one last one. And extend and reach up. Beautiful. We're just going to change our leg position now. So we're going to send it the other way. Perfect. Capital T. And we start to tip over, this time towards the right. So it's nice to imagine yourself like a bit of seaweed in the ocean, just moving around. Lovely, and let's fancy it up. So the left hand's going to go under the right, we thread the needle, and then come back. Thread the needle again, and come back. One more for good measure. Good. Now both hands are just going to go near the right leg now. We're going to flex. So imagine somebody's punching you in the chest. You're going to bring everything up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to reach the back of the head towards the pelvis, looking up the ceiling. And flexing the spine. And reach. Lovely. You can just cross your legs now. We're just going to do a little bit of stretching for your traps and your scalenes, some muscles around your neck and shoulders. So we're going to pop one hand just under your bottom, and the other hand's just going to go on the top of your head, and you're just going to ever so gently just bring it over to the side until you feel a bit of a stretch. So we hold that for at least 15 seconds. Now we're going to imagine that we're checking if our armpits are going to be a bit smelly or not. We're going to tip our head slightly looking towards our armpit, just getting a slightly different muscle group there. Another 15 seconds. Lucky we had showers this morning, hey? Good. And then we're going to swap it around. So this time the right hand's going to go under your bottom, the left hand's just going to go on top of your head. I'm going to reach it over. And then we're bringing nose towards the armpit. Good. And our very last exercise we're going to leave you with is a towel exercise, which is an osteo favourite, I would say. So you're just going to grab a rolled up towel. So any old towel, doesn't matter what size it is or anything like that. If your neck is particularly stiff, it might help to use a pillow. If you've got pretty good range of motion, then you can go without. I'll just get a pillow for example's sake. Julian, we're going to treat you to this one. You're going to lie with your head there, and we're going to pop that rolled up towel just underneath Julian's ribcage. So lifting up from me, that's it. There we go. And you can lie down. And then what you can do is just stretch the hands out wide. Somewhere out like that. That's it. Perfect. And if you've got good neck range of motion, you can just lie on the towel without. Also might help to put little weights or a couple of water bottles or something like that into your hands. letting the legs reach out if it's comfortable to do so, and just spending the last 5 minutes or so here, taking a bit of a breath, letting gravity win. We're all done.